What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Realistic Rimmer. This is episode number 40, and as we round off the month of October, we look at the calendar. We cover 3 competitions today. First off, Victoria Plzen in the Champions League. Then we head back to the domestic league as we face Newcastle, and then rounding off with a game against Coventry City in the Carabao Cup 4th round. Starting off with Plzen, though, in the Champions League, we are 2 wins from 2. A perfect start. Victories away in Turin against Juventus and then at home to Bayer Leverkusen. Just winning by 1 goal in both games, but we got the wins no matter. And we actually created a lot of chances in both games and we should have won by more. Plzen have lost both their games, so we've now got them in the back-to-back, which is, I think if we win both of these games, we are through already, which is insane. So a huge opportunity for us to qualify out of our group. First time returning back to the Champions League. It won't be an easy game, though. Obviously, we can't underestimate the Czech side, Plzen. We do make a couple changes to the side that will face them, 4 in total. In come Sufal, Belakocha, Ndombele and Talisca. That's 4 changes from the side that lost to Arsenal at the end of episode 39. We still go with Awoniyi and Isak as the spearheads up top. Those two have just got such a good understanding already. I think I don't know how many, I don't know the exact number, but I know they've linked up for a lot of their goals together, which is it's just really good to see them linking up already. And I mean, straight off the bat, 5 minutes in, and Isak had 2 chances, a really good save from the keeper, and then he saved the resulting corner, which was met by the Swedes. And then Isak hit the post. Just 10 minutes in, we could have been 3-0 up already. It was a fast start, but yeah, it's a common theme in the Champions League. We're creating so many chances. I don't know why, but we just seem to be tearing teams apart and creating so many chances, but not finishing. Isak with a 4th chance inside half an hour, and then we would get punished. It's exactly what happens. If you don't take your chances, you will be punished. Doesn't matter what level of team you're playing. Plzen might have lost both their games, but if you keep missing chances, you will get punished. And Bassi, with a nice finish from the edge of the box, gives the host a 1-0 lead. Calvin Phillips would test the keeper from range to look for an instant response. The ball eventually gets recycled back to the England midfielder, and he finds Awoniyi. And despite Talisca trying to tackle his own man, Awoniyi whips it into the far corner to bag and to equalise for us, making it 1-1. The second half was quite quiet. Awoniyi here hit the bar with a header, a nice ball from Lodi. That was with 20 minutes to go, actually. And then, the ball crashed off the bar. And then just a few minutes later, Renan Lodi himself would have a good chance, but he is still looking for his first goal back since returning to Nottingham Forest. That shot went just wide of the far post. In injury time, Isak had a shot that was blocked, and then we weren't able to create anything from the corner, and it ends in a draw. To be honest, you might think, do you know what? A draw away at Plzen, who have lost both their games, is 2 points dropped. And considering the chances we had, it probably is 2 points dropped. But to be halfway through the group stage now and to have not lost a game and to be top of the group, I'll take it. 7 points from Juventus away, Leverkusen at home and Plzen away. I will take that. We go into the back end of the second half of the group with 2 of the 3 games at home. So hopefully we can make that stick. As we look here, Leverkusen beat Juventus, so Leverkusen move up to second now, and we still remain top by a point. But like I said, 7 points from the first 3 games. I'll be very happy with that. We've got Plzen in the reverse fixture at home, so we should be winning that. And then on 10 points, I think that's a pretty solid return. So we'll see how it goes as we look through the other groups there. That group is a tasty one. Madrid, Lyon, Milan and Celtic, by the way. Absolutely love that. But yeah, anyway, if we beat Plzen at home, we'll be on 10 points. We should be good for that as we head into, in a minute, we'll be heading into the second game of the episode, which will be Newcastle at home. And although we're doing well in the Champions League, we're actually struggling in the Premier League. We're sat in 15th at the moment. You'll see there Newcastle 1 place and 1 point above us in 14th. You're just struggling to find that, to find the balance of league and Champions League. Most weeks we're struggling to find the consistency in the Premier League. Obviously, it's still early days, but I don't want to get too adrift from the top pack. Obviously, we reached Champions League last season, top 4. We want to reach that again, and we've spent a lot of money, so we should be reaching that again as we look to beat a team that's around us, Newcastle. A few more changes. Isak facing his former side. Obviously, we bought Isak from Newcastle for 50 million plus Reece Nelson, who you'll see there does start for the Magpies today. 4 changes in total. Williams, Maguire, Lopez and Farmer all come in. And for the Magpies, well, it'd be a really good start for them. Daniel Marlin, I actually, when they scored this, I actually paused it just out of frustration, I think, because I was so fed up of... I don't think we kept a clean sheet in the league this season. Although we're conceding less goals, we haven't kept a clean sheet yet. I was just furious, 5 minutes in and we've conceded already. Daniel Marlin, who is on the score sheet for the Magpies. Isak trying to level against his former side. It was a good effort, actually, off his left foot, just fizzed over. And then Newcastle hit the bar. They had a good chance, actually, inside the box that bounced over Henderson and crashed off the bar. It was the visitors that were on top in the first half. Marlin looking to double his and Newcastle's tally from the edge of the box on his weaker left foot, but Henderson is wise enough to save it. And then on the stroke of half time into injury time in the first half, Sayankov had a really good chance, actually. He's had a little bit of a dry patch, hasn't scored for a month or so now. His shot gets saved, and then the resulting corner, Awonyi meets it with his head, but it's a great save again from Carl Darlow, who keeps it 1-0. Going into the second half, about 10 minutes in, and we would get the equaliser, and it is Isak as well, who scores against his former side, although I don't think he knew much about it. Farmer to the byline, cuts it back to Awonyi. His drag shot, I'm actually pretty sure was going wide, deflects off Isak, and goes past Darlow, and we are level in the game. It was a very, very tough game. This was a proper slog. We were having to really fend off the Newcastle attack and then working really hard to create any sort of attack ourselves. Maguire blocked a certain goal after Marlon went round the goalkeeper, and then we would turn it around. Awonyi making it 2-1. Williams with a lovely low cross, drilled cross in. Just enough. It was just in front of Darlow enough to tease him out of the box, out of the goal. Sorry, but Awonyi gets there first, sliding in, and the ball just trickles over the line. And that is Taiwo's 5th goal in 9 games. So nice to see he's getting a good bit of response now. Newcastle would respond themselves though. With 20 minutes to go, the lead would not last long. And Reece Nelson, he was involved in the first goal, involved in the second as well, picks up an assist as he crosses it in of Farias. With a looping header into the far corner, and our lead just lasted 3 minutes, which is super frustrating. This game was a really, really tough game. Newcastle attacked well, they defended well, and so when we got level on terms, and then when we went 2-1 up, I thought, right, let's try and hold this out. And to only have held that lead for 3 minutes is pretty frustrating, as the game obviously would end 2-2. So It's not a loss, but we need to start turning these draws into victories, and we need to start doing it soon, because otherwise we're just going to fall away from the European pack in the league. I don't want to be chasing too much, and already there's a little bit of a gap. But anyway, that is I guess next episode's issue when we face the next Premier League side. Going into the last game of this episode, and it is a Carabao Cup fixture, Coventry City away in the Carabao Cup. As we look at the Championship table, Coventry currently sat all the way bottom. 1 win in 15 league games. They are struggling. Unlike in real life, where actually today's game, so I'm recording this audio, but it will go before the playoff final between Coventry and Luton, although this episode will go live once the final's been played. So you'll know by now if Coventry are promoted to the Premier League. If they're not, I'm actually happy with either side, Coventry or Luton. I think either of them are a really nice story to be promoted to the Prem. Coventry, obviously old school Prem side. Luton were part of that group that voted for the transition to the Premier League, but then they got relegated from the top division in that season. So either side going up would be really cool. But yeah, Coventry, we face them today, bottom of the Championship. Their fortunes in real life, luckily, are a bit better. We make, I believe, 10 changes to the sides that face Coventry. Only Niakate keeps his position in the side. Guy Carrez would test Butland a couple of times, and then, honestly, this was a super quiet game. A really, really poor quality game. Guy Carrez would then get sent off, the former Brighton striker, with a rash tackle, and Ryan Yates, our captain for the day, not sure what he was thinking there. Coventry down to 10 men, but it was still the hosts that were pushing for the goals, and they would score here. It would be ruled out for offsides, luckily enough, with 15 minutes to go. Yeah, this game was just worrying, to be honest. We were playing a side who are awful in the Championship and now down to 10 men. And luckily enough, the linesman has bailed us out not once but twice in the last 15 minutes, as Coventry have a second goal ruled out for offside. Not honestly, just an awful performance from us. This is a competition that we reached the semi-finals of last season, and we're struggling to get out of the fourth round against a Coventry side. Awoniyi, in their injury time, had a really good chance to win it, overran the play, and then the ball went straight to the keeper. That pretty much summed up our performance. It was a stinky performance. Nevertheless, we didn't lose. We go to penalties. Straight to penalties. I forgot it went straight to penalties, so this was a bit stressful. Jack Butland in the net between us. He saves the first one. Great save from Jackie Butland there. Syankov, we said he had a bit of a goal drought. He nets here in the penalty shootout, top corner, and we lead 1-0. Second penalty is up, and Butland saves again. Let's go, Jack. Come on. Can we confound and make it 2-0 leads? No, Awoniyi saved. Awoniyi, out of everyone I thought would score. His shot is saved, but Butland saves again. 3 saves from 3 from Jack Butland. Niakate, the centre-back. What can he do? He scores. We now lead 2-0. If Butland saves this penalty, we are through, and Butland has saved all 4 penalties. Can he save it? Can he be the hero against Shafe? No, he scores. Coventry score. That's their first goal in the 4th attempt. But if Brennan Johnson scores here, we are through to the 5th round, to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. What can Brennan do here? The Welsh Wizard. Not played much this season. He's a second string striker now. But he's the hero tonight in Coventry. He bails us out because that was an awful performance from Forest. But when you're in a cup game, all that matters is winning. That is all that matters, because you can play well and lose, and it's like, what's the point? You know, today we played awfully. Even against 10 men we played awfully, but we managed to seal the victory. On penalties, yes, but we do it. Jack Butland, the hero as well, actually, saving the first 3 penalties. I think that's the first time I've saved 3 consecutive penalties. Great performance from Jack Butland there. As we look at the Carabao Cup quarter-final draw, and we will host Aston Villa. Yes, a tasty tie, one that we should be favourites for. And just like that, you know, this competition seems to go so quickly. And just like that, you know, we're 1 game away from the semi-finals again, which is where we got to last season before losing to the eventual winners, Leeds. Spurs, Arsenal in a North London derby in another quarter-final, and then United, Bournemouth and Palace City the other quarters. Definitely have a chance. We have a strong chance of reaching the semi-finals. We should do, but we need to pick up our league form. But that will be it for today's episode 40. If you're enjoying the series, make sure you drop it a like. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. We're looking to hit 250 subs. And yeah, thank you so much for the support as always. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you very soon. Peace.